Hey man, it's already the end of Q1. The first quarter's over, and what did you do? Did you do this stuff that you said you were gonna do? Because you can't take it back now. That time is already gone. What are you gonna do now? Let me share with you a secret that helped me develop a sense of urgency. So imagine in your life, there's periods of time where you actually can do all the stuff that you said you were gonna do. But then there's times when things happen in your personal life, in your business, stuff unexpected that you have no control over hits you, and you can't do all the stuff that you said you were gonna do, and you're saying, I wish I would have done it when I had the time. I had the time then. You gotta get super urgent about that right now.
Yo, you ever heard that song by Bon Jovi? It's my life, it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. That's so true. You know what causes anxiety? It's when you are not where you said you were gonna be at this point in your life. You're like, you feel like you should have been so much farther along. Check this out. There's this point in my life when I was so frustrated because I wasn't where I thought I should be at that point, but all I knew how to do was to keep pulling the work harder lever. I was working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I couldn't break through. Here's what you do. You just gotta get strategic. There's lines, levels, states, and stages of consciousness. Listen, you have to get uncomfortable and start developing the part of you that you've been avoiding and resisting. It's strategy. What do I mean by that? Let me elaborate. There's faith, family, fiscal, finance, fitness. You might become really successful in the world, but none of that matters if you have failure in your home. You might become really successful in business, but your faith is way down and you have no relationship with your creator, and that could be the one thing that's holding everything else back. What's the point of becoming successful in the world if you never find out what your purpose is? Like my friend Myron Golden says, develop yourself for that purpose and live into that purpose. You miss the whole point. All right, so here's what I learned. Start revolving your goals around your life's highest purpose. What you do right now, for instance, for money, can just be a structure. You don't have to be passionately, emotionally in love with what you're doing to make money, but you can do that to funnel and fuel the thing that you love that could eventually make you money or not. But what I mean is, what's God's calling for your life? That's what I mean. Because if you're forcing yourself to do something that you hate, it's gonna be really hard to grow it and become really successful at it. So why don't you do stuff that you love? The times have changed. There's a whole new way. The average college graduate doesn't even do what they went to college for, and they have 16 different careers before they find what they were meant to do, and people have multiple streams of income. You can have multiple businesses. You could be a serial entrepreneur, right? You don't have to just do this one thing. You could have multiple side hustles. So keep doing what you're passionate at, that you love, until that thing, like a well, trickle full flood, keep pumping that well until you get it trickling. You keep doing this over here, trickle, flow, then the flood comes, and then you can make a smooth transition into doing what you love. All right, I know what you're thinking. What if you're time bankrupt? You don't have time to do anything else. I learned this thing called who, not how. Who, not how. Stop saying, how am I gonna do this? Asking, how am I gonna do this? And ask, who can help me do this? When you start saying who, not how, literally you watch things happen like magic. You become the visionary, and all you need is an integrator. And let me explain. So here's my challenge for you this quarter. Brain dump, get everything out of your head, get it out on paper or mind mapping software or whatever, and then start looking and putting things into quadrants. Saying, for instance, in your business, what makes you the most amount of profit with the least amount of effort? What makes you the least amount of profit with the most amount of effort? You might want to cut the fat. Go through and cut the fat on all types of stuff. Relationships. Who are the people in your life that suck your energy, that are the energy vampires? And who are the people that generate energy and inspire you? Spend far less time with the energy vampires. Or start going through your life and cutting the fat and finding out, and then revolve all that around where's your life's purpose eventually leading you to. Through that you become inspired and you have positive expectancy, then Just cut the fat, bro. And you might be asking, this all makes sense, Keith, but how do I actually do it? Question ain't how, it's when. Take out your calendar and pick specific days of the week that you do specific things. So you could have Sunday planning day. Every single Sunday, you'll just take 1 hour to sit down and start planning it, and then it hits automaticity. What I mean is it becomes an automatic habit. For instance, I have Friday finances, Saturday errands, Tuesday night is date night, Wednesday night is podcast, Monday I do coaching consulting, coach and consult others. Friday I get coach and consulted. Sunday is relaxation day. Saturday is go to the gym. And it's calendared out. Pick specific days of the week that you do specific things, and then build a habit around planning and goal setting, and then cut the fat and go right into it. I'm Keith Kalfas. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed serving you. I hope this served you. I've created a pyramid called the MPP Model, the Marketing Progression Pyramid. Go to keithkalfas.com/influence. I'll put a link in the description below, and you can get this whole talk where I talk about how to actually do this in regards to marketing your business.